In this presentation, we will take a look at how to sign up for the 30-day free trial, how to purchase QuickBooks Online from the Intuit owner of QuickBooks website. Note that in order to work through the course, if you want to maximize this 30 days, you may not want to do this until the part of the course where we start to enter data for a new company file, start a new company file data set. That's where you can maximize this 30 days. However, we want to go through the purchase process now to show how that setup process works, because of course that is the first component needed in order to do any work within QuickBooks. For more accounting information and accounting courses, visit our website at accountinginstruction.info. Before we jump into the purchase process, note that the first part of the course will not be entering data into the system, but will be just navigating the system, and we will be using much of the time a test drive, free test drive. That will be found, and you can find that by just Googling QuickBooks Online test drive, and you'll find QuickBooks Online test drive. Sign up to this file, and we'll use this file to help us to go through the navigation process. Once we get to the portion of the course where we're going to enter new data, however, then you're probably going to need another file in order to get the most out of the course. You can enter data into this test file, but we won't have the same data at that point in time because we're going to start a new company from scratch. Also, this file will not save the data as you leave the file and go back into it. So you really need it's our own company file if you're going to get the maximum amount out of the course, so that you can work through a file that starts from scratch and enter that data from scratch, working step by step along with the instructional videos. This is the Intuit website, so you can search Intuit, I-N-T-U-I-T, and find the Intuit website. We're looking for QuickBooks, so here's some of the programs that Intuit has. They're the owner of QuickBooks as well as some other softwares. We're going to go to QuickBooks. Now remember, as we look at QuickBooks, there's different versions of QuickBooks. So typically, QuickBooks is going to try to navigate us to the online version, and which is what we're using, so we're good there. Note that they also have a desktop version, however, and we here are concentrating on the online version. There's pros and cons to either version, note. Here, however, we're concentrated in on the online version. So we want to set up the 30-day free trial. So we're going to say 30-day free trial for the online version. Note that the terms will change, and we have a couple different choices within the online version. We have the Simple Start, the Essentials, the Plus, and the Self-Employed. Most popular being the Plus version. That's what we're going to use here because we want to demonstrate most of the functions. In your company file, you may only need possibly the Essentials if you don't have inventory. That's one of the main things within the Plus version. So if you either don't have inventory or don't need to track inventory within the QuickBooks system, but rather plan on doing that component outside, possibly in Excel or some other software, that would be one reason why you might be okay with the Essentials. If you have the inventory and you want to track it within QuickBooks, then you would want to use the Plus. We want to at least demonstrate that, of course, in our example problem. We will look at both service companies or service type transactions and online companies. If you have a very basic information, you can try the Simple Start, but at some point you'll probably possibly need to upgrade at least to the Essentials if you're a service company, and the Plus if we have the inventory. In terms of the pricing, note the pricing will change from time to time too on the Intuit's website. This is what we have so far. Choose your QuickBooks Online. This is what we have right now at least. Track your finances, and it says buy now 50% off, free trial version for 30 days. That's what's currently being priced. We can see the prices down here. If we turn this off, then you'll see the Simple Start is 20, 35, and 60. So if we turn on the free trial and the 50% off, these then are going to be the prices. So once again, our goal here, if you want to follow along exactly with what we have, we're going to go with the Plus version. We're going to work through what we have now. We're going to take advantage of any kind of discount we can through that discounted period. You can maximize that discount by starting the software when, once again, we get to that portion of the course where we're starting a new company file, and then really concentrate on it so you can get the maximize of whatever discount QuickBooks or Intuit is currently offering at the time that you go through that process. So then we're looking for the Plus version. Here we go. Then we'll have to set up the account with the email address and our current information, set up an account within the Intuit system. Then of course we'll have to give the credit card. Even typically if they offer some 30-day free trial, we'll typically still need to make some type of credit card payment, and of course would have to cancel it at some point in order to stop the service rather than be charged at a later time. So you'd have to enter in this information. Once we go through the purchasing process, note that we are going to have the company name, which is going to be, for us, Get Great Guitars. So if you're following along exactly with the test file and you want the company name, the same company name, then it would be Get Great Guitars. We're going to say it's in business for less than a year. We're going to start up a new company file and enter the data from scratch. And we're not going to be transferring the data from the desktop version. This is a common thing that some people may need to do, which is to basically, if we have the desktop version and we're switching to the online, then we would check off this item. And then we're going to say next. Then we'll have a screen that says, what would you like to do in QuickBooks? And we're going to say send and track invoices. We want to do that. Organize your expenses. We want to do that. Manage your inventory. We're going to do that. Track your retail sales. We'll check that off too. Track your bills. We want that. Track your sales tax. We will be taking a look at sales tax. Pay your employees. Now we're going to set up the employees at a later time. We might concentrate more on payroll because payroll is typically going to be a separately purchased item. So the track your time is often something that we may do in conjunction with payroll or some other invoicing. We're not going to do the time tracking. Many businesses will actually time track outside oftentimes and then use the payroll system possibly. So we'll discuss payroll at a later time. So I'm going to just go set all, and we'll keep that information. So now we're in. It's going to say welcome, Get Great Guitars. This is our quick tour. So they got the 1 of 4 slides. Let's go. Quick tour will give us, this is the main navigation pane that we will have. If we say next, we'll go through the tour. We got the get help information, so we can go there for the helps and tutorials, and then get set up, and we can go through the setup process here. We'll take a look at more of this information in future presentations. For more accounting information and accounting courses, visit our website at accountinginstruction.info.